to make your own bucks. Hit me up, TradePlus.com, and tell me where you from.
Smoke out, choke out, we get off the chain like we just broke out. You don't know about me, J-Dot. When I come through, all the haters get hot. Cause I got more dang, more cheese in the bank, more rain. My dogs on dubs, yours ain't. My dogs do it.
I'm making vegan shrimp and grits today, and it goes like this. So you're going to take 1 cup of grits to 4 cups of veggie broth, or you can use water. I only had yellow grits, so I don't want to hear y'all say, but that's polenta. Child, eat these grits. And then you're going to stir. And then you're going to put your lid on it and let it simmer on low for about 5 minutes. And then add in vegan heavy cream. I use Ripples. And then you're going to stir. And your wrist is going to hurt after this because we don't want lumpy grits. Okay, so just keep stirring. And add in a few tablespoons of butter and stir. And then we're going to add in a few tablespoons of cream cheese and then vegan cheeses of your choice and stir. And you're going to keep stirring. And then I seasoned it up with some nutritional yeast. I added Old Bay, some black pepper, and stir. And they should kind of look like this. And we're going to move on to our gravy. So start with a butter or oil pan. Add in your veggies and use the seasonings of your choice. This is what I use personally, and it worked for me. And you want it to look like that. Add in some more butter. And you're going to add in some flour to kind of make the gravy thick. And you're going to stir. My wrist hurt, y'all. And I just kept stirring and stirring and stirring. And I'm about to lose y'all, but stay with me. Coconut milk. I know y'all like, oh, but a lot of y'all just don't know how to cook with it. It's going to work. So add in some coconut milk and it's going to taste like whatever you season it with, okay? Trust me. Stay with me, okay? So I went ahead and stirred that up and added more seasonings and let your ancestors guide you. Please do not ask me for measurements because I do not have any. And if you don't have good ancestors, take that up with God, not me. So I added in my seasonings and I added in some salt off camera as well. And taste it and adjust the seasonings to your liking. And I usually add veggie broth to thin it out, but I didn't have any, so I added water and it worked just fine. But you can add veggie broth or milk, but that's what worked for me. And it should look like that. So we're going to take our little funny vegan shrimp and season it. And let your ancestors guide you. This is the seasonings I use. And then I broiled it on high. And it came out like that. And voila, we have vegan shrimp and grits. And it was so freaking good.
Okay, so today we're making jackfruit. This is my favorite part, squeezing it. Chopped up some onions, added them to a pan, sauteed them for a bit, added garlic. Then I add the jackfruit and some seasoning. You don't have to use this, you use veggie powder. I added water later. I added way too much chipotle pepper, don't do that. This is my homemade taco seasoning, barbecue sauce, maple syrup. Bet you wondered what I was eating it with. Fries. Cheese fries, actually. Honestly, this turned out to be really spicy, but I enjoyed it.
Down south, hood baby. Hood baby, make all the girls go crazy, go stupid. Look up, down to the side. Why got me feeling a little lazy? Shuffle. Flex one hand, show the muscle. Bring it around town, hit it out the park, 2 hands on her mouth like a muzzle. Down south, hood baby. Make all the girls go crazy, go stupid. Look up, down to the side. Why got me feeling a little lazy? Shuffle. Flex one hand, show the muscle. Bring around town, hit out the park, 2 hands on the mouth like a muzzle. 2 hands on the mouth like a muzzle. Found all the pieces to the puzzle. Niggas think it's none, niggas think it's easy. They don't really know about the hustle. Henny do say 1942, now she wanna do more than cuddle. She freaky, she want me to put up, just fuck her. Spend a few hundreds on a
These are my cashew ricotta stuffed shells. First, I boiled my cashews and then I diced up some shallots and some garlic. Look at my new knife, y'all. I warmed up my Black Girl Magic, of course, and then I dropped my shells in boiling water. This is raw vegan pesto, sun-dried tomatoes, and hummus that I season with black pepper, Italian seasoning, savory, garlic powder, lemon pepper, and some fresh lemon juice. I put my boiled cashews inside my Ninja food blender, and this is my cashew ricotta. I stuffed my shells and put those in the oven. Next, I dropped my broccolini in a cast iron with some grapeseed oil and the diced shallots. I sauteed those with garlic powder, black pepper, and salt. Next, I'm gonna get my tomato sauce together. I just used jarred tomato sauce and zazzed it up a little bit, topped my shells with that, and this was my finished plate, my cashew ricotta stuffed shells.
Here's part 2 of everything I ate in Portland. Probably my favorite restaurant of the whole trip was Mama Doot Vietnamese. These bao buns, those are jackfruit, and the other 3 are fried oyster mushrooms. They have kimchi, pickled carrots, cucumbers, like such amazing flavors. 10 out of 10. The drinks were also really good. This limeade, amazing. Miami Nice is a vegan Cuban restaurant. I got a Cuban sandwich, some tostones, and an empanada. Everything was good but the empanada, so 7.5 out of 10. Next up was Dough Donuts. They have so many options. It was so hard to choose between all the different flavors and styles. Like, look at all these. I ended up getting 6 donuts. I didn't try their ice cream though, but I wish I would have. It's an 8 out of 10 just because I've had better vegan donuts here in Los Angeles. Rose City Food Park is an outdoor food court area. Portland has so many food trucks, and this food court had a lot of options and a lot of vegan options as well. But I went there to try Buddy's Steaks, which was a vegan Philly cheesesteak food truck. And the owner is from Philly, which I think is really important. I got their mozzarella sticks, some fries, and the Philly cheesesteak with provolone whiz. Everything was so good, 9.5 out of 10. Like, look at this mozzarella stick. And there was a bit of a wait, so the owner gave me a free Philly water ice. This lumpia is from Ichiza Kitchen. I ordered vegan dim sum from there. These are chili oil wontons. I wanted to go to get these tapioca dumplings that were shaped like bunnies. Like, they're so cute, but honestly, the food was not good. 5 out of 10, so sad. And that's everything I ate. I don't know when I'll go back. It was too many white people.
Are you still eating TGI Fridays jalapeno poppers from the freezer that are anything but delicious? Please toss those and instead make my barbecue rubbed stuffed jalapeno poppers that are 100% vegan and anything but bland. These are actually pretty spicy, but I pair them with a dipping sauce that's a little bit sweet, so it really balances the flavors. I deep fry these, but you're welcome to air fry them. They're perfectly crisp and delicious. And once you pair these two things together, you basically won't go back.
I can't believe I haven't made a pan-seared vegan chicken yet. This was one of my all-time favorite dishes before going plant-based, and I managed to turn it vegan with just as much, if not more, flavor than before. It's just as crispy as I remember. You can't go wrong with it, my friends. Start with seitan planks, and I usually press them into thin planks. Dredge them in a milk and flaxseed mixture, and then in a breadcrumb, garlic, nutritional yeast, salt, and pepper mixture. I dip into some hot oil and she comes out so crispy. Make the sauce with oil or vegan butter and garlic. Once fragrant, add in lemon juice, veggie broth, and parsley. Pour over the chicken and finish, of course, with vegan parm.
This is how I make seitan, and it's actually worth the hype. Hi, my name's Priya, and I start off with a kilo of flour, add water to that, and I basically knead my dough. Then I wash my dough, so I'm basically separating the starch from the gluten. It took me 6 goes to wash away all the starch. Then I let the gluten sit in water for about an hour. The reason I let it sit in water is so the gluten relaxes, so it's easier to stretch later. While I was waiting, I packed Neha's order. She ordered from all the way in the UK. She ordered 3 250-gram packets so that she could share it with her family. I popped it inside of our tote bag and then into the box. So after an hour, I'm left with my gluten, which is really stretchy now. I then cut it into 3 so that I can now plait it. I am plaiting the gluten because it helps create that flaky, shreddy texture. The key here is to stretch the gluten as much as you can without breaking it. So once I've plaited it, I stretch it and then I tie it into a knot, and I just keep tying it into knots. Then I pop it in a pot. You can add whatever seasoning you like. I use chili flakes, oregano, a little bit of turmeric, paprika, salt, and the juice of a whole lemon. This is important so that the seitan can absorb as much flavor as possible. And a big heap spoon of tomato paste. And a lot of water so that I can boil this all together. So I boil it for about 40 minutes. The longer you boil it, the more flavorful the seitan becomes, and you don't want it to be dry. So once it's done cooking, I then transfer everything to a pan so I can get that nice crispy base. And that's it, and it's done. So I was researching how much protein seitan has in it, and it's basically 70% protein. I saw seitan blowing up on TikTok a couple of months ago, and I honestly thought it was all hype, but it isn't. It's actually really good. We were both shocked at how good this tasted, and apparently it's supposed to taste even better the next day.
If you can't be right, yeah, I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody. time it rains, panties from heaven. Shooby-dooby. Don't you know each cloud contains panties from heaven? Shooby-dooby. You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is up, upside down, and trading for a package of sunshine and ravioli. Macaroni. If you want the things you love, you must have a pizza, holy baby.
Holy.
And when you hit that
tomatoes for dinner.
don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Now come over here, boy, Sam.
Oh yes, Mahamara. This incredible Syrian dip is almost too good to be true. The base consists of red peppers, which we roast until charred, then remove the skins and seeds. You'll also need to toast some walnuts and cumin seeds, then simply add all the remaining ingredients. Mahamara is traditionally made using Aleppo pepper, but we struggle to find it, so our version uses regular chili flakes. Give it a blend, then top with whatever you like. I mean, just look at this. Try it. You will not be disappointed.
So good. Wow, really good. The sauce is so good.
Tear the tofu into chunks. Gentle massage. I'm making a Vietnamese-inspired sauce with oyster sauce, soy sauce, sugar, lemon juice, water, my dad's homegrown chili padi, cilantro. Cut the rice paper. 5 seconds in water. Just like that now. Dun, 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 dun.